everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another Cruise of Smooth. I hope the background noise ain't too bad. I'm in my old work truck, and it's got 480 AC, and it's about 85 degrees outside. So windows down is the air conditioning today. I'm going to try to take it easy on the throttle. This thing's got custom rusted exhaust, so straight pipes. Anyway, before I get into it today, if you like kind of my take on stuff, feel free to give me a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to know when stuff goes up. And pardon me, I got all sorts of dirt and stuff going on from cutting grass today. And if you have a question or want my opinion on something, feel free to leave that in the comments, and I'll do some research, even if it's something I'm not familiar with, so I can give you an answer or an opinion on it. Alright, that said, I'm going to jump right in. So, I got thinking about something, and this has been something that's been kind of rolling around my head for a while, so it shouldn't take me too terribly long to get through it, because I've been thinking on this for a while. I heard some stories about the early United States Congress. This was shortly after they had successfully fought the war in 1776, and I believe it might have been after I think it might have been after the War of 1812. I don't know. But in the early to mid 19th century, there's a story that a group of legislators had gotten together in order to do, official federal government business. And they prayed for hours before they dared start to put pen to paper. Now, I am a born-again believer. I do believe in salvation through Jesus Christ, but I don't want to preach in this video, so to speak. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. The reason why I said that is, whether you agree with any of the tenets in the Bible or not, whether you agree with the holiness and transcendency of the Bible text or not, the thing about that stuck out to me is you had a group of men that were I guess the best word I can come up with would be nervous, or afraid of corruption that the power that they had been given could cause. They were so aware, and this is my opinion, I think it would be easy to be so aware of how screwed up the human condition is, like I said, I try to live a Christian life. I fail every day. I try to do good, I fail all the time. I try to be a good man, I fail at that. So, I think that it would be that demonstrates that they knew how messed up they were in their time, even though they might be seen as heroes of a fledgling nation. Whether they were doing right or wrong by today's standards, they were heroes of a fledgling nation. And their acknowledgement of how insufficient they were for the jobs that they had thrust upon them or taken upon themselves, demonstrates a humility and a sense of awareness that I think's gone out. You know, I get that, you know, our representatives are allowed to live their lives as they see fit. I do not sit in judgment of anyone's personal decisions. I disagree with a lot of their personal decisions. I disagree with a lot of their legislative decisions. I disagree with a lot of their personal philosophy and feelings on things. But I don't judge. That's between them and God, and myself and them, in my opinion, will have to square with that one day. But you don't get people being that timid about the power that they have in federal government anymore. And I would wager all the money in my wallet today that elected federal officials have far more power today than they did back when that was a commonplace practice. And it shows how far we've come and how decent at things we think we are. How good at things we think we are. And we're not. You know, I know people that try to do good and try to this, that, or the other, and they screw it up all the time. And it's the things that they want. So not just the things that you have to do. How easy is it to screw that up? I'll give you a great case in point. Then I gotta go. I'm going to stop in the driveway here because this story's going to take a minute. My company has a very odd way for dealing with when you call in to not work your shift. You've actually got to report to the HR office and tell them how you want to cover your absence that day. So you can take an AWOL, you can use a personal day, or you can use FMLA. I have had FMLA for going on 3 years. I've used it for maybe 5 or 6 days in that time overall. Like, I've had it all year this year. I haven't used it yet. During the pandemic, they actually set up an email address that you could go and put in. So I called in this day, hey, my name's so-and-so, here's my employee ID number, here's what I want to do with this date or these dates that I was AWOL, and they will take care of it. However, it falls on you personally to make sure that your time card is correct every day, and it's digital, printed out, and distributed to the work areas. And I will admit I'm terrible at that. And I this close, got in attendance trouble at work. And I've been there 6 years and I've never been in attendance trouble. I'm right on the line right now. So I cannot miss any days currently until a little bit later next month. I think I've got like 20 days to go till I can miss again. But I don't really want to because I like to spend money on expensive stuff. But anyway, that's something that I'm good at, and I almost screwed it up. Now, you could also say that the people that were in charge of checking the email and doing all that could have screwed up, and they did. But I need to be able to hold them accountable because they're responsible for the thousands of people that work in my building. So, I screw up all the time at all sorts of things, and that's just, an easy example to run through real quick. My dad screwed up at a lot of things that he'll admit, or he would have if he were still here, and that he told me about before he passed away over the years. So I think that the general moral of what I'm digging at by running through all this, it just points out how far in a negative way, in my opinion, that the House and Senate and all the legislative bodies have come. From going to spending hours in prayer before they put pen to paper to try to legislate any laws, to sitting on the phone with lobbyists and special interest groups to get the agenda and try to cram everything into 1,000-page plus bills. My opinion. That's what I got for today, folks. Y'all take care. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.